Hello and welcome to Newsroom series on Channels Television. I'm Joke Rogers. Today we're in the northeast region, but first a look at some of our top stories for the day. Suspected bandits have attacked a police mobile force camp in Tenebo community, Kayama local government area of Kwara State, killing at least 3 officers and leaving 2 others injured. A source says that the deadly assault occurred in the early hours of today, throwing the community into panic and gunfire reportedly echoing across the area. The attackers stormed the PMF camp unexpectedly, overwhelming the officers on duty before carrying out the deadly operation. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer, Ejide Tohun, said details will be provided later. We begin Newsroom series in Borno State, and we're still talking security. Troops of Operation Hadinkai have announced the rescue of 6 civilians, including women and children, during a military operation in Goza, local government area of Borno State. According to a statement signed by the Media Information Officer of Operation Hadinkai, Lieutenant Colonel Sani Uba, the victims were intercepted and freed in the early hours of May 1, 2026, around Amuda, a deserted corridor between Ngoshe and Gava, known for terrorist movements. The statement explains that the rescue followed sustained offensive operations and air interdictions targeting insurgent hideouts in the Mandara Mountains. The statement adds that the troops, acting on credible intelligence while returning from an overnight mission, encountered the victims who had escaped from captivity after being abducted during a March 3 attack on Ngoshe community. The statement further adds that troops came under sporadic gunfire from fleeing terrorists attempting to recapture the escapees, but responded swiftly, forcing the attackers to retreat into the mountainous terrain. To politics now, the Bauchi state government has to politics, Governor Bala Mohammed of Bauchi State and members of the Bauchi State chapter of the People's Democratic Party are currently holding an expanded stakeholders meeting with a major political decision expected at its conclusion. There are strong indications that the governor, along with key party members, may announce their defection to the Allied People's Movement after the meeting. Before the session moved into a closed-door meeting, the state's chairman of the PDP, Samaila Berger, said the party had conducted wide consultations regarding its political future, particularly in addressing concerns of aspirants. He notes that a decision has been reached and that the governor will brief stakeholders on the new political platform. The anticipated move follows unresolved internal challenges within the People's Democratic Party, as well as unsuccessful discussions with the APC and ADC. Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress says the political landscape in Gombe State is looking much smoother as the party keeps recording gains ahead of the 2027 general elections. The party made the position known during a reception ceremony in honor of the immediate past Accountant General of the state, Aminu Yuguda, at the local government and state secretariats of the party.
Members of the All Progressives Congress, as well as residents of Gombe State, come out in record numbers to welcome the immediate past Accountant General of the state, Mr. Aminu Yuguda. Mr. Yuguda's first port of call is the local government secretariat of the party. And later, the state secretariat of the All Progressives Congress, where he is met by party supporters from the 11 local government areas. Shortly after conferring with officials of the party, Mr. Yuguda speaks about building on Governor Inuwa Yahiya's developmental projects in the state.
What I will do is to copy from the governor. We don't have any template, apart from the template he gave to us. The governor has the template. You don't have any doubt on that. Why? Because you've seen how he has delivered. So definitely, this template is going to be working forever in Gombe.
The Accountant General, who resigned his appointment last month as a good successor for Governor Inuwa Yahiya, having worked with him for over 7 years.
For us in Gombe State, any governor that is coming, it is either development or nothing at all. because we are used to having development from the era of Hashido to the time of Goje to the time of Dankombo and now Inwayaya. Inwayaya has taken it to a level where anybody that is coming after him, the worst case scenario is for him to maintain the level of Alhaji Muhammadu Inwayaya. But whoever we are going to bring is going to consolidate and surpass the achievements of Muhammadu Inwayaya.
As political activities go into an override, the search for Inwayahia's successor in Gombe State looks to be gathering momentum.
More politics. Several youth groups in Yobe State have aligned with the decision of the All Progressives Congress stakeholders following the endorsement of the immediate past secretary to the Yobe State government as a consensus candidate for the 2027 governorship elections. Among the recent groups are Yobe Youth Forum and Potiskum Integrity Network Forum, who pledged to conduct house-to-house sensitization to mobilize votes for the anointed candidate come 2027. Is a candidate that has been supported by the Yobe State Governor Mai Mala Buni.
This briefing by representatives of the Yobe Youth Forum, which cuts across the 17 local government areas, is a show of unity and solidarity for Governor Mai Mala Buni's pick as his successor for the governorship seat, Bala Malamwali. According to them, having served 12 years as secretary to the Yobe State government gives him ample experience to steer the #1 seat of the state.
We believe that the endorsement of the former secretary to the state government, Alhaji Baba Malam Wali, MNI, as our party's candidate is an appropriate, timely, and strategic decision that reflects experience, capacity, and alignment with the development trajectory already established in the state, especially by Honorable Dr. His Excellency Governor Mai Mala Buni. The youth of Yobe State are not spectators. We are partners in progress. We therefore reaffirm our loyalty to His Excellency Honorable Dr. Governor Mai Mala Buni, whose leadership has consistently prioritized youth inclusion, engagement, and opportunity.
In similar vein, the Potiskum Integrity Network Forum, a youth forum in Yobe South, which comprises 6 local government areas of Fune, Fika, Potiskum, and Niger, have also thrown their weight behind a consensus candidate blessed by Governor Mai Mala Buni and the Minister of Police Affairs, Ibrahim Gaidam. According to leaders of the group, this alignment will strengthen governance structures and ensure effective policy coordination.
After careful consultation, wide engagement, and thorough assessment of potential leaders, the Potiskum Integrity Network Forum is proud to formally endorse Baba Malam Wali for the position of gubernatorial candidate under the platform of the All Progressive Congress, APC, in the forthcoming election. Our endorsement is not arbitrary. It is based on merit, proven capacity, and a track record of service. As Secretary to the State Government, Baba Malam Wali has demonstrated uncommon administrative competence, loyalty to the ideals of good governance. Baba Malam Wali MNI represents continuity with progress. He embodies integrity, inclusiveness, and a forward-looking vision that align with the aspiration of our people. His leadership style is consultative, transparent, and people-centered qualities that are essential for the next phase of Yobe State development, inshallah.
With these groups speaking in one accord, they believe the race for the 2027 governorship seat in Yobe State may be easier for the ruling All Progressives Congress.
Staying in Yobe State, this time we move to the health sector, where the United Nations Children's Fund has handed over 3,237 women delivery kits to support safe deliveries in the state. The kits were symbolically handed over to the Commissioner for Health and State, Dr. Mohamed Lawan Gana, in Damaturu by the UNICEF Chief of Maiduguri Field Office, Mr. Francis Bitici.
According to the World Health Organization, a pregnant woman dies every 7 minutes in Nigeria, during childbirth, a situation healthcare providers describe as worrisome. Officials of the United Nations Children's Fund Maiduguri Field Office are here to hand over 3,237 delivery kits to the Yobe State government.
On behalf of UNICEF, I'm pleased to formally hand over 3,237 mama kits to the Yobe State Primary Healthcare Board. These kits are specifically targeted to support safe deliveries in hard-to-reach and vulnerable communities. The mama kits contain essential supplies required for safe childbirth. They are designed to reduce risk of infections, complications, and preventable deaths by ensuring that both mothers and birth attendants have access to basic life-saving materials at that point of delivery.
He reveals further that the aim is to ensure safe motherhood and reduce mortality among the expectant mothers.
Our objective is to contribute meaningfully to reducing maternal morbidity and mortality in Yobe State. Safe Motherhood Day also reminds us that commodities alone are not enough. Improving maternal health outcomes require strong health systems, skilled health workers, functional referrals, pathways, and continuous community engagement. We hand over the mama kits to the...
Receiving the items on behalf of the Yobe State government, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Mohammed Lawan Ghana, is confident that this effort will go a long way to complement the state government's free childbirth program.
These donations are not new from UNICEF. UNICEF has made several of such donations. And the uniqueness about the donations made by our partners is the fact that they are positively and directly impacting to our vision of curtailing needless morbidities and mortalities. In essence, what I'm trying to say is that it's like hitting the nail on the head.
And I want to say that after thanking you, be rest assured that the State Minister of Health, under his leadership, and all the agencies, the Private Care Board, will ensure that, because yesterday I've had the issue of misuse, diversion, we will ensure that these mama kits, and that is why we said it will be kept until when the woman comes for delivery, and it will be given to her.
Highlight of the event is the symbolic presentation of the delivery kits to the women attending antenatal clinics at Gwange Primary Healthcare Center in Damaturu, the state's capital.
When we come back on Newsroom series, we'll take a look at the livestock sector in Adamawa State. Stay with us. Welcome back. We're in Adamawa State now, where the federal government's livestock transformation program has witnessed another milestone with the signing of a public-private partnership to boost veterinary services and strengthen the value chain of the sector. The partnership, which involves the federal government, the Adamawa State Ministry of Livestock Development and Aquaculture, the World Bank funded LPRES and other partners, involves the transfer of 3 landmark veterinary facilities for effective operations.
The federal government's livestock transformation program has already witnessed a boost in activity with the commissioning of several projects. Key drivers in the livestock sector gather in Yola, the Adamawa State capital, for the presentation of these landmark facilities. The National Coordinator of LPRES, Mr. Sanusi Abubakar, highlights the importance of the partnership with the federal government, the Adamawa State Ministry of Livestock Development and Aquaculture, the World Bank, and other partners, which, according to him, represents a strategic investment in livestock health, food security, and rural livelihoods across Nigeria.
We congratulate Adamawa State for the first state to adopt a public-private partnership in our veterinary hospitals. So, in short, Adamawa is setting the pace. As rightly said, Adamawa was the first to sign subsidiary loan agreement for this project, was the first to commission this model veterinary hospital, and today the first to go into public-private partnership.
For the Adamawa State Commissioner for Livestock and Aquaculture Development, these facilities will boost productivity among farmers.
As we all know, livestock sector remains the bedrock of our economy, food security, and youth empowerment in Adamawa State. Considering the scenario that characterizes the situation in which we found ourselves in the livestock sector and veterinary services in Adamawa State and Nigeria at large, these facilities must come to address the challenges we all have.
Other stakeholders see a clear commitment to safeguarding livelihoods.
What the government has done with the support of HealthPress by building an ultra-modern hospital, you hardly find it. You hardly find it. Where you find things like this are in teaching hospitals, the centers that breeds or trains vet. So government, with the support of HealthPress, has built something like this. And I think one of the smartest moves they made was to bring in private sector.
I feel very happy because it's something that is directly to our livelihood, something that pertains to livestock. We feel very delighted, and we really appreciate the donors as well as even the state government.
The high point of the event is the signing of the public-private partnership and the unveiling of the HealthPress Veterinary Hospital in Jambutu. Other projects facilitated by HealthPress in Adamawa State are the veterinary clinics in Maiha and Mayobelwa.
We're back in Bauchi State, where we're taking a look at happenings in the state's education sector. The government has resolved a long-standing issue involving the withholding of certificates belonging to graduate indigents who were sponsored under its tertiary education intervention program at the Igbinidion University in Okada. The Deputy Governor of Bauchi State, Awal Jatau, explains that the delay in accessing the certificates was because of an outstanding scholarship debt of over 100 million naira incurred under the previous administration. This situation hindered the graduates' career progress despite completing their studies between 2017 and 2018. Our correspondent Hajar Ali reports.
In 2014, the Bauchi State government awarded scholarships to indigents under its tertiary education special intervention program to study critical courses such as medicine, pharmacy and engineering at Igbinidion University, Okada. However, the initiative suffered a setback due to delays in the payment of scholarship fees owed by the state government.
Because of an outstanding balance owed to the university, their certificates were withheld. Some waited for 5 years, some longer. Doctors who could not practice, engineers who could not be registered, young people who had done everything right but could not move forward through no fault of their own.
Following the intervention of Governor Bala Muhammad through the Ministry of Higher Education and Regional Integration, the government settled the outstanding obligation of 139 million naira. This development led to the release of certificates for over 80 affected students by the university.
I understand that quite a number of you are fully employed. Today's event will mark the end of delayed promotions arising from lack of certificates. For those yet to engage, you are now fully equipped to pursue your dreams. As a government, education remains in the front burner of our development agenda. We shall continue to make substantial investment to ensure that our institutions are well positioned to deliver on their mandates.
The state government made a symbolic presentation of the certificates to the beneficiaries.
Your Excellency, you have redeemed our lost years and you have restored our professional dignity, and you have proven that no citizen of Bauchi State is forgotten under your leadership.
Meanwhile, the state government has promised to refund those students who had previously paid the fees themselves before the government's intervention.
So we have it. Yes.
Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.
And now to the judiciary. The Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice of Taraba State, Yakubu Maikasua, is calling on legal practitioners to expand their expertise beyond traditional boundaries to remain relevant in an evolving legal landscape. At an event to mark the 2026 Jalingo Branch Law Week of the Nigerian Bar Association, he emphasized the growing importance of areas such as legal technology, data protection, alternative dispute resolution, and business and management.
Gathered here are judges, magistrates and lawyers from Taraba State and beyond to mark the Jalingo Branch Law Week of the Nigerian Bar Association, aimed at advancing the legal profession. The Attorney General of Taraba State says despite the implementation of reforms in the judicial system to strengthen judicial efficiency and modernization, there is a need to uphold core professional values such as integrity, accountability, and respect for the rule of law.
The report card of what has happened this week is a report card that every child will want to take home. It will live with us for a very long time. It will be memorable. We will celebrate it and continue to celebrate it.
The week-long event themed Raising the Bar, Equipping Lawyers for the Modern Legal Landscape focuses on enhancing legal practice in response to technological advancements and changing global standards, and the need to develop competencies beyond conventional legal training.
To all of us, the bar and the bench have a duty to think strongly about this topic and think about things we do, not only to make our practice yield more money for us, but make life easier for us and the judges. E-filing, adapting technology, trying to make life easier for us. When I see lawyers who do election petition cases, I pity them because sometimes the volume is as tall as a human being, if not taller. And someday you realize that doing things differently, innovation will help you.
The Nigerian Bar Association has always played a pivotal role in promoting professional excellence, ethical standards, and continuing legal education among its members. I commend the leadership of the Jalingo branch for consistently organizing programs that foster intellectual engagement and professional development.
The Chief Judge of Taraba State encouraged practitioners to embrace innovation so as to enhance efficiency and improve access to justice.
As lawyers, we are not only advocates for our clients, we are also defenders of justice, promoters of equity, and custodians of democratic values. In this regard, we must continually strive to uphold the highest standard of professionalism, ethics, and integrity. Raising the bar is not just a theme, it is a duty.
The Law Week also featured panel discussions, interactive sessions, networking opportunities for collective responsibility to advance the legal profession.
That's Newsroom Series. Thank you for watching. I'm Joke Rogers.